Well, subscribe to earn drops to Crunchyroll, huh? What do we get for... Two subs or gift subs and get 30 days of unlimited anime, huh? Ooh. Can I... like... kinda wanna do that. Because I use Crunchyroll, and if I can... so many... buy 2 subscription on Twitch for 30 days test version. Okay, yeah, no, not worth it. I actually, for Crunchyroll, I have the lower tier already. Lowest, because I purchased it early enough to where it's like $6 per month or something. So it's like cheaper than what you pay nowadays. So not worth it. But also, hey, good start to the stream. Love that it shows up. Hope you all had a good Monday. Mine was decently productive, like actually very productive up to a certain point where I just went gaming. Hello, and of course I cannot see the anybody. I can see what you wrote, Anthony. Yes, productivity, always good. But like the subscribe to earn drops is like in the way. So that's a bit annoying, and I need to wait for that to pass for like the next 2 minutes or so. Yeah, no, I like got a decent bit of projects done, edited my video for tomorrow for the crafting stream, so that went well. Yeah, it doesn't work in my preview here. Like if I click it here, I have clicked don't show again and then dismiss, and it doesn't vanish on my it did vanish on my like open Twitch side. It didn't vanish on OBS sadly, which is okay. It's gone in like 5 seconds or so. So yep, there it's gone. But yeah, I already did that. Sadly, it didn't work. Yeah, I saw that barely in the like tiny window view. Hello there, Baterman. Nice to see you. Hope you had a good day. But yeah, let's just start with the game. And again, I need to start the game after I pressed recording, so it's a black screen right now. Yesterday, actually, I had to crash start my PC again after, because when I clicked out for raiding, it apparently didn't fully close the game, even though I clicked on leave game right before, and it like completely like I couldn't click anything on my screen. The Windows key would work, but none of the commands would work. I couldn't click on anything, nothing else would react. Even Task Manager wouldn't open, even the Alt F4 and things like that. Like no command to close it would work, so definitely gonna be more careful today. But yeah, let's get into Sherlock Holmes Nemesis. So, yesterday we got the introduction to our cases. Sherlock Holmes got a letter from Arsène Lupin about him wanting to steal 5 things from the crown to prove that he's better than him, I guess. And he wanted to Sherlock Holmes to be his challenger. So he sent a letter, and his first hint was that he's gonna rob a famous picture of the Trafalgar battle from the British Museum, which we tried to prevent. We didn't quite get, but the hint he left us after that was that he's gonna steal some of the raven from the Tower of London, which is really bad because as long as the ravens are at the tower and as long as they're healthy, it symbolizes the strength of England and of the monarchy. It's literally a thing. Like, they take care of the ravens at the tower, like, completely, since, like, ages, they like give them raw meat and other foods and make sure they're all healthy. They have their own doctor. It's like they're basically like treated like royalty, so to speak. And it's not even kidding, that's an IRL thing, which I think is very fascinating. But yeah, I guess it's an auspicious sign that they believe in. Kind of cute though, and definitely good for the ravens in the region, you know? But yeah, basically we are now at the tower and we're trying to stop the ravens from being kidnapped. As you can see, you can't see much, but yeah. It's very simple animation, but again, it's an older game. But yeah, let's go. Sure. Hoped I could see something. Yeah, nothing. Can I talk to Watson? Good question. We're currently awaiting the guard's return, which means I'm just looking around hoping to find some clues. But at the moment, there's not much. That is perfectly climbable there, don't you reckon? Also, what the heck happened here? No, I guess battle damage. Is there anything? Ah, there. Okay. I hate when people like scratch their names and stuff into the walls of things and things like that. Like if it has a historic significance, like sometimes it was like prisoners or things like that, but like it seems like these are okay, see like the heart thing, I hate that. But like yeah, it seems like these are like signatures of people. So anything there at all? I cannot see anything. Can I click on anything? No. Okay, well, it was just a fun thing to look at. Okay. Hydration, very important. Okay, well, at least we can see something now. It's nice and bright here. Okay, so first of all, interesting outfit. Very bright colors. Kind of looks like a target, don't you guys agree? So what happened? With what were they replaced? I mean, because they're directly likely addressed to us, so understandable. But yeah, voice acting in the old games is always a bit hilarious. 6 have flown now, the 6 are back. Look on each one again and again. Where will it be Lupin's next attack? The 6th unit shall form a quatrain. What is a quatrain? I'm gonna look this word up because I wanna know. Quatrain is... okay, a four-liner. So like almost like a poem style or something in that regard. Okay, well, lantern. Oh, 100%. It looks quite pretty though. I mean, even though it's very simple, but like with like the old stone bow fortifications and things like that. Yeah. You can tell there's always different years in which things in the tower were built. But yeah, the tower, very tragic history behind it. Okay, the captions are kind of funny. No? What the heck was that caption? Okay, goes down into the cellar. I'm just gonna have a look if there's anything here. That being said, we have... nope, okay, apparently the lantern is a constant thing or something. Is that thing closed? Okay, I guess going down was the right decision here. But yeah, quite a tragic stories in the tower. Mm-hmm. Okay, I mean, maybe a grave, maybe a torture chamber. Like all these symbols. Hmm, interesting. So, secret Roman chamber. Maybe torture chamber, maybe something else. We don't know. So we may not be able to find anything here right now. So I guess let's go upstairs again. And I think we need to go all the way upstairs to find the first of the ravens, truly. Jewel house, huh? Understandable. Was there anything here? When I was sending a paw, he would probably hide something. The gnome is gonna get me every time. That being said, there are like birds, like for example minars and things that can actually speak, and they originate in the tropes. They're not quite like any of the other like birds that we know can't speak and can make like more like vocal sounds, but they're actually more intelligent. They can remember more things. Yeah, whatever. Let's go outside and have a look around the other premises. Yeah, this is gonna repeat every time we go close to the entrance. That's gonna be fine. So this is the guardhouse entrance. Nice cannons here. This feels like a large place. The museum was decent, but like these fields pretty decently larger in comparison. Let's see what we have up here. Anything at all? Doesn't seem like it. There's a scaffolding to this side. Do you reckon we can use this? Answer is no, and it doesn't give us any hint. Can we do... Nope. Okay, this side is not really helpful to us. But yeah, I have to fear that I will be missing something if I don't pay too close attention, so... Nothing. I mean, they did try to cram a decent bit of stuff in here. Nothing. 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 Just trying all the doors here. Yeah, it gives me a lot of hints right now, but like, can't go up that. Yeah, it looks like living quarters, very much so. I think it's fascinating. Nothing. Just want to make sure I like go around all of this and see if there's any more hints at all. I mean, we get a decent bit of like hints, you know? Gonna get to the middle a bit later. Wanna make sure I'm not missing anything around here. Yep. Stop stuttering, game. Okay, I guess these are the housing, the lodgings. Very weird to have that in the tower, you know? Yeah, fair. Tobacco. Oh, is it addicted to tobacco? I mean, we're here for something more important. Blue, huh? So it likes blue things. That's good to know. Storeroom. I mean, standing right on the... It's like written right on the door, so you know. Well, that's helpful. You know, very English. Drink till it's tea time, and then drink something non-alcoholic before you continue drinking. Sorry for the joke. Don't get mad at me, Englishman. I'm a German. Germans drink a lot too, so you know. I mean, I don't, but you know. Yes, yes, give me the key. Let's break into another person's home. I'm sure that's, you know, totally fine. But in this case, we have more important things to worry about, so not my problem. Okay, nothing, nothing, nothing. Well, that is helpful. Oh, is the key in our inventory? It is. Okay, well, there we go. Also, this is dark, so like contrast, please. Okay, I guess that's the picture of the lock. Huh? No, he has a washing station. He has a bed. He has a table. Miss Meg Adams, her 2 children, Mr. Meg Adams, Mrs. Pitt, her 4 grandchildren. Is it like the number of people? Thursday, ham omelette, radish and pudding. Friday, bacon and tomato pie, a new recipe that I hope they will like, and rum cake. Saturday, baked potatoes, braised duck, and blueberry pie. Okay, sounds good. My dearest darling, it's been a long time since I've written with news, but I've been very tired for the last while and I haven't had the energy to get up even just to jot and all. And you know how Mary writes, didn't dare ask her to take my dictations as it would take me 3 days to correct her errors, and I'd end up spending my pension on blotting paper. She's just the same sweet girl and not a thief like the one before. I'm happy to hear her work is going for you. The whole family is bursting with pride that one of our families is in the service of the Queen, or poor widow of Windsor. I was speaking to the other day with Mrs. Nesbit, whose son didn't rise above raising pigs. The old lady thinks of nothing but him and his trade, and is always trying to convince me to buy some hamlard and what have you wherever she visits. Said to her, dear listen, Miss Nesbit, if you're just here to nauseate me with these greasy references to your son's sad toiling, might as well stay home. She reeks of manure almost as much as the pigs themselves, but no, she's proud to raise pigs, even though her grandfather was the Duke himself, master of the hunt. Talk about a social climber. Not like you, my dear. When I think of you as a cook in the Tower of London with regal chambers, to be sure. When years ago our family had their feet in chains, there they were, stood up all night and all day waiting at the postern. You told me that you had found the trace of your ancestor's arrival as well as the precise date that he was standing there so many years ago. It's good of you to honor his memory and forgive him for for no matter what his faults were. It's thanks to him that we have gotten through the trials of time. Take care of yourself. Loving Gran, Nodra. So, do I have to go to the entrance and see like the list of the scratched in names? Cause that would be like very interesting. Yeah, no, there's nothing here. So I guess that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna like investigate here a bit more to see if there's somebody or something else. Up. That may have been a clue. Now we can get up here, so let's see. Okay, nothing particular I can at least notice right now. This is behind the wall. I guess we're gonna go to the right now. It must be the entrance, I guess. I have no clue. I've kind of lost a bit of my orientation, but I haven't looked at the map yet, so you know. Perfect! No, we cannot take it. That would have been perfect. It's blue. Come on. Kind of is. And gunpowder. There's a lot of like naval warfare pictures. Some of them look very brutal. This is like a neck latch kind of thing. I forgot what it's called. Contrast heightening, huh? Ouch, ouch. Bear trap still used today. Huh. Oh, whatever. I guess we could try all of them. Yeah, and I think this one is the one that is closest to the one in the Roman thing. But the ravens? Yeah, indeed. Okay, I think... hello? I'm stuck. Okay. I think that's pretty much all in this room that I can look at. Table of cards, nothing. Nothing, 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 nothing. Let's leave again. So we have something we can do for the Roman riddle thing. But first, I want to see... this. 1632, huh? Mark Adams. I think it's Adams, wasn't it? Hold on, let me... Miss Mac Adams. Yes, Mac Adams. Okay, I wanna... Mac Adams. I wanna note that down real quick, because I have the feeling that maybe it could. 21, 8, 16, 22 or 32? This is hard to read. 32. If you zoom in, it's harder to read than if you zoom out. Okay. 1632. There we go. Else, I don't see any Adams. Andrew. Hamada. Yeah, I think that's... okay. So that may help us with the code. Now, we didn't really look into any of the middle part. So let's do that, like around the White Tower and things like that. But yeah, we have a code and we have contrast stuff. I guess that's first while we're already here. Yeah, we know. It's okay. Let's go downstairs and get the contrast stuff. Oops, this is downstairs. Never mind then. Okay, still. I have. Mm-hmm. I mean, he's a doctor, he must know at least someone. So, the dormitories are the other things. Yeah, shut up, we know. Yes! Oh my goodness. Leave me be. Okay, well that helps. Yep. Keeper of so many kings, queens, and others. That's the arsenal, makes sense. If they just have the wooden entrance here. It's very high up. I guess they did it so that in times of war, when they needed to, like, hide somewhere, they couldn't get inside easily, maybe? Sarah's are probably closed, yes. Well, let's see the residencies. And I'm gonna try the code that we just found. Hopefully, it's gonna provide us with something. What the heck was that? Something on the ground, or was that the door? I cannot seem to find anything. That's not helpful. Damn it! That's okay. Well, 2, 1, 8, 1, 6, 3, 2. Hey! Sausage. Pigs. Some kind of miniature. Other things. Is there nothing useful in here? Oh, there was. Hold on. That's unfortunate. Anything else useful in here? Yes. Maybe I can lure the bird out of the bushes with that? Why did we get a visual thing there? Okay. Interesting. Oops. Well, I guess that works. Let's see, is that the guy we're searching for? Well, how lucky. Without the letter. About the coat of arms, nothing apparently. Dormitory. Not proper behavior for a guard of Her Majesty. We may need the magnesium powder at some point. Bluebird of Paradise. These fall from Oceania used a unique technique in order to attract females during their amorous season. They construct little grass and twig cones that they decorate with flowers and rocks, working until their adornments are of dazzling blue color. Some explorers have witnessed the extraordinary risk-taking of these little carpenters in their quest for blue objects, some of them even penetrating camps and skimming humans' feet. The origin of this blue obsession can be explained, perhaps by the fact that blue is the only color that bird's eye can distinguish. Rock partridge, huh? Cousin of the red-legged partridge from Corsica, this remarkable bird has become only a few decades one of the rarest in Europe. Naturalists confirm that only a dozen specimens remain, of which most of it are in captivity. The fall in numbers of these is due to intense hunting in their habitat, the Sardinian forest, and because of their slow rate of reproduction. The few facts that we know about its behavior is this. Birds are based on observations made in aviaries. The literature and specialists agreed on the bird's great placidity, as it rarely gets alarmed and almost never leaves its preferred perches. Reproduction is based on exchange of cries between female and the male. Female usually initiating the interaction, so unique cry seems to have not take effect on the male, who must often wait years before being solicited. And the ease of reproducing the sound with a call is made for the grave, inexorable fate of the species. Okay. Both of them are. We know the blue object, and we know where we can get one. I mean, if we want to take the sock, that would have been an option. But I think it's the blue box we want. So let's go back to the other room we found. This is a long walk. I wanted to see the outside walls of the White Tower, because we didn't get too close to that last time. Is that something? Okay, wasn't it over here somewhere? Ah. First of all, the bird pipes. Not the blackbird. The partridge. I think that's the one we need. Rock partridge. Sardinia. Okay. That's what we need for the one bird. And then, this one. Yeah, and it's blue. Why can't I take it? Damn it. Okay, well. Okay, either way, let's use the shield. Go back to the guy we were at just now to talk to him about this. This is a lot of walking. I don't know. Like, I think the like landscape and things like that is quite interesting, but the walking do be a tiny bit annoying, honestly. Like, it's not too bad, but it's definitely not the best. Also, we've only found 3 of the bird. Technically 4 maybe so far. And the coat of arms. Ooh, fun! King Arthur. I meant to say goodbye and mom. No, whatever. The round table, huh? So we have the flute, so let's try that for the call. Again, very long walks. Wonder if the other way would have been shorter, but that's okay. Can I not? Okay, well. We knew that. Work attached him. Secondly, you would need to calm down to the ground. But I have a reference on birds. We already have that. In the dormitory, I already found that. Oh, okay, the telescope, yeah. Well, fair. I would love to, but well, okay. The spyglass was one I completely missed, but yeah. Okay, so we get pieces of messages. We could try and lure out the other bird with seeds, but I think we want to rather place them here, where the other seeds were before. Or not? Or not. I'm gonna do the annoying thing and go over to the other raven. And hopefully... No, but of course on the other side, that's okay. Hopefully I can lure it. I guess I need to get closer to it. I mean, Gnome sounds like it's hungry and we have the seeds, so... See? Okay, so it is a parrot just painted. I really hope... Irene Adler? He's the only love Sherlock ever had. Or the only, like, woman he ever felt any attention to. You know, in that regard. Okay, let's go back to Watson. Wrong one. Yes, this was a direct reference to what we played before. The Awakening. Hmm. Uh-huh. Always important. The thing is, in The Awakening, we know that the book has a lot of ancient rituals, and you know, like it's a reference to that basically. Although obviously we played the remake, so it was after, but like, yeah, technically this is a follow up. Hmm. Okay, well, you let us in, that's at least something good. What? This door next need a bar? This door next need a bar. Well, that was interesting. So we're on the side quest, huh? I wonder how long the side quest is gonna be though. I hope that in the meantime, like, something is gonna be done at the tower or something. Maybe the other ravens are gonna, or the other birds are gonna appear. Cause so far that's not a thing. Oh, but the manta? No. That's at least something. Yeah, the black pearl of the barger. Yes, it's a statue of Cthulhu from the Awakening game. Direct reference. Okay, I guess that letter I cannot do anything with at all. Don't see anything. Maybe in Watson's room. It's Holmes' best that he moved around to make them think that it's him. Like Miss Hudson was moving it around a little bit to make sure the people that wanted to shoot him after the Moriarty case. Well, it's clear because it's Irene Adler's. There's no real, like, searching for something that, like, we can give the lady, not something. Ah, well, that should help. His hidden vials, huh? Yep, well, we found something. But yeah, Sherlock Holmes, notorious using drugs to help his mind relax, I guess, you know. He needs drugs and cases. The vial, here you go. Oops, nope, not what I meant to click. The vial, there we go. Yes, actually. Well, goodbye, thank you. No! Don't do that, you poor turtles! Oh my goodness! Whew. Well, it's a longer side quest. Yes. Except for if Barnes actually gives me the key, and then we can just leave him to his own stupidity, and we can get the books we see. Okay, well, Sherlock's Medal of Honor. As I said. Well, I know exactly where. Sherlock's Medal of Honor, since he... Medal of Honor. Since he doesn't display it. Yeah, I'm sure he's not gonna be mad at all. But hey, we just have to get it back somehow. And I mean, the fun thing about Sherlock Holmes is he's actually by no means poor. Like, he gets enormous amount of money for some of his cases. So, you know. Yep. And if you gamble again, I'm gonna break your nose. I'll spend around here. Uh, it's a bit of her, Sir the Gunny, Sir Balin, Sir Lancelot, Sir Percival, Sir Tristram, Sir Lamorak, and Sir Kay. No, thank you. You are so done. Okay, either way. Map. The tower. First morning star was seen by Lamorak. Bors gulptuously sharpened his glaive. He waited for Percival and his colors beak. Bedivere and his bardish, no mere knave, hated his partisan, give a mighty swing, but Lancelot's sense of duty was too strong. With his sword in hand, he rejoined his king. All of the pairs in this order marched along. Okay. Okay, weapons. Well, we know where weapons are if we can move. Can we actually, I wonder, the tower map. Can we? Weapon room. Boom! We need one of those. Morning Star. A Morning Star we've seen before. Bros successfully sharpened his glaive. He waited for Percival and his crocus beak. Crocus beak. I wonder if that's it. Okay, that's okay. Then I guess we're gonna place them. So, so starting off, Lamorak and Bors. Lamorak is the one with the dragon. And he's gonna get the Morning Star. And then we have... Oops, there it was. Boris the Gunny is this thing. And this weapon. Perfect. Then... It's a bit annoying that you have to go back and forth. But that's okay. Next up we have... Crocus Beak and his Bardish and Crocus Beak, so... Nope, that's not the one I... Not what I wanted the one next to it. Nope. Okay, that hook is good. That one is good. But we need the other one. We need the... Bardish. Yeah, whatever. I didn't mean to click that one because we already did. I meant to click the one next to it. That's okay. Okay, nope. It's very good to learn though. Ha! We found it! Okay, so... Let's take the crow's beak to Percival, which is the heart. Okay, we should be back, hopefully. That sucks. I'll be back. Is everybody there still? I don't think people will be there still. The thing is, I also don't think the game has... the game doesn't have any autosave, so... Yep, we have to start from the beginning.
Good evening.
Indeed. It is
Other
what
things.
It's much.
It's very simple.
Do you have a lantern you could lend?
Yeah.
And where is the Raven Master?
He.
Do you have a lantern you could?
Yeah, my PC completely crashed.
Give it to me.
So I had to...
Do you have a lantern?
No, I don't care.
I will inform the
Yeah, complete fun. I had to like completely
One miss. Exactly.
like restart it by hard resetting it again. Which, again, a lot of fun. Problem is that only the parts on the map we have discovered so far are gonna be visitable, so we need to walk everything again. But that's okay, you know. So there's nobody here yet because we need to find the other raven, the underground, but that's okay.
Closed.
Okay.
Do you have the key for this door?
That's totally fine.
Do you have the code for the lock?
No.
Obviously. Can you find the cook?
It's just.
I think we need all the items before we can actually enter the code. So let's get the items. And I'm gonna save after every raven, because we have to do everything again.
McAdam's family. This letter is very interesting. It's
So, you know.
all of these products are stamped with
Look, Holmes, jars of tomato.
this may prove
Okay,
to be
so
useful.
interestingly enough, Watson we left in the underground cellar last
This may
time
prove to be useful.
is now here with us, which is definitely a little bit of a difference, which I quite like.
Nice faience plate. Sunflower seeds. They are a delicacy to certain birds. Closed. This door is locked, and unlike Lupin, I am not.
Yeah.
This chicken was painted black. The message written on this paper is
It seems so simple.
I think I have all the items back. Yeah, I do. So, let's do this. Next up, I need to activate like all the birds basically to be able to interact with them.
You hear it, Holmes?
So,
a strange call. Like impossible to scour. I'd like to know which bird it is.
Evening, Gov.
What happened to your pack of tobacco? Fancy that. What did the pack look like? I don't.
yeah, it was blue, whatever. We know that. Next up would be opening up the info on the bird in the tree, aka, you know, going back to that. I need to like get all the map locations back, so I need to kind of run around a bit. But yeah, this is very annoying, but I think it was like a complete graphics card crash. You know, the same thing kind of the game did before. Basically, like, I think many already know if you've ever played like all the games, but Windows is not that good. I mean, it's decent with backwards compatibility with like all the games, but not that decent. And more often than not, sadly, it happens that Windows crashes. I need to activate the annoying bird at some point. But yeah, let's start it with this one. And then I need to go to the weapons house and then do the entire weapon thing again. But first get a book for Watson.
A bird is hiding in one of the trees. It's
The bird, Holmes.
this bird is apprehensive. I'd like to know which bird it is. I have to attract it.
Yeah, whatever, blah blah blah. So,
The feather was dyed black.
we need this. Now we need to go, first of all, no, I'm gonna activate that bird later. We have the bird seat, but I need to go upstairs. Let's go in here first, then pick up that bird, and then go, with the seat I mean, and then go back up to the bird in the tree. And then let's go downstairs, which is, again, the most annoying one, but that's okay. So, we need this.
If I want to attract a bird,
Nope, wrong.
possible. I can.
Yep, start in here.
These shields have
We cannot take
This
that,
is
sadly.
dedicated to the navy. This may prove to be useful.
Okay, but we have the spyglass, which means we can take this one. No, first of all, the seats. So let's go to the Irene Adler bird, also pick up the coal
This
from
may
here.
prove to be
Nice.
useful.
Hope I'm not missing anything. I'm glad you can skip the text, because in a lot of these older games you can't, and it's very much so annoying and tedious to go back. But yeah, let's go here, activate this bird.
I hear a bird, Holmes.
You are right, Watson.
We're gonna stop it from being annoying immediately after we go upstairs, so that's good.
I believe a bird on the roof was. How can I find your name?
Long ago, German, but
Elementary. The message written on this paper is illegible.
Well done, Holmes.
Yeah, now that we have Watson's affirmation, it kind of helps a bit. But yeah, let's do this. Then the next one is the spyglass one. And then there was another message somewhere we already gotten. It's not important. So let's do this bird.
This bird is black like a raven. This bird is black like a raven.
Yeah, whatever. Can I directly use this? Or do I have to find the book first?
It's definitely a partridge.
Okay. I don't have to get the book. That is amazing. We have all 3 papers back we had. Now... let's go back to the... I want to run a bit, because I need to, like...
White towel.
Exactly. That I haven't activated yet. Now, on the map, we should have almost... oh, we don't have this point back, but I think I can't remember if there was one. Let's go to the scaffold side. We need to go... we don't have the coat of arms thing. But I think we should be able to go in here now. If not, then we need to go back to the coat of arms. Can we? Yes, we can! Okay, amazing. What's
A
the
sock
sock?
that was left.
We have more important things to do.
Watson. Hey, in the last one, I looked at the interaction change, because last time he said unsavory.
Camera with a magnesium flash. This may
Yeah.
prove to be useful.
Okay, so let's go to the... cellar. Whee!
Do you hear it, Holmes?
Yeah, we hear it.
Holmes.
We hear it. Blah 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 blah.
Can you open it?
Certain it's
Maybe I can press escape to completely
It appears
like...
to be Latin, Watson. The
Okay, I can. That is amazing.
It's hardly more visible.
white.
I'll take care.
You're too...
Okay. Let's hope this doesn't crash again. I'm gonna do the weapons thing slowly after.
This shield resembles that of the crypt. It appears quite old.
That was the wrong... there's where I need to go. Hi. There he is.
That's me. What can I do for you, Mr. Holmes?
I've been informed that you know the origin.
Indeed.
But yeah, I'm truly sorry that we have to go through all of this again.
Think nothing of it.
Luckily, we have been making enough progress to where it's not too bad. Okay, so let's go back to in here.
It appears that
No,
if he isn't
as you... one of...
very good.
Let's do the Watson stuff. I'm gonna save right now, just in case.
It's most assuredly... Hey! Listen up. Yeah, I'll in that... but...
So yeah, we heard the story before, you know. You guys can see it in the VOD. So I think we have to go inside, but maybe we can actually already go and... No, I think you need to activate certain things to pick up certain things. So let's go in here, talk to him.
You're what? But why? You don't say. I would assume. I'll
Goodbye.
take my leave then.
So we try to get on here.
Hey, you there.
Activate her. Talk to her.
Here.
I don't...
What's wrong?
Listen.
Poor. I'll leave you now, miss.
Let's go to our apartment. I'm really happy that it doesn't take too much time to recover. I'm still unhappy that we spent like at least 15 minutes like going back, but I really hope that we can like manage things. Ah, we could actually put on the metronome, that's fun. Either way.
A scandal in. Oh, the phone. Ah, Holmes's Hinayana, the oldest. Holmes's makeup and accessories. He must have noticed that I was diluting his hidden.
Yeah, whatever. Can we actually... Bam! I mean, it's not that far to walk, but might as well.
Coming up, love. Did you find gent finds
No,
Sa-
I'll
Okay.
leave you now, miss. I wouldn't fight how long.
So this if I got it. Docky Doctor.
I'll do my best. Where will I find something to give to these rogues?
Nope, wrong one. Right one.
Yes, the only solution is to search our lodgings for something to pay the.
But yeah, this one kind of works pretty quickly.
The order
So I
of
hope
the
it's
Legion
not broken. Like, I hope that the game is not broken for the other riddle. Because that would suck. No, Barnes, that's okay. I just have to go to the corner.
I have no interest in going there.
Wrong corner. Okay, never mind then. I'm gonna do this. Thought I could, didn't. That's okay.
So Doc, in flow, you're a good
Now, but
Either way,
I need the most in. So let. Here. Ah. I'll take it. You wait. It's.
There you are at last.
It wasn't
A worth
if you
find. This song mentions to find the solution.
so
You must be Sherlock Holmes.
Can you?
let's hope this works. We need you.
This hook is a back to Corbin. A morning star.
Wrong one. Okay, so Crowbeak. Morning Star. Here, right? That was to Percival? Okay, yes. So, no, it was Bors, not no. Crowbeak is Percival. Morningstar was Lamorak, so Morningstar was the first one. Never mind. So, ooh, Morningstar was seen by Lamorak, which is the dragon. Then worst was the glaive, but I'm gonna put Percival on the course beak first and Percival. I don't think it matters as long as they're in the right order. You know what I mean? So let's pick the crow's feet.
The screeches are coming from this crack and seem to echo.
Yeah,
Without a
that's
doubt,
okay.
there is
The corner of this.
Okay, I'm gonna save after every single one of them. Like every single double of them. Let's hope it doesn't crash. So we need the glaive.
It's a bardiche.
Okay, we need that one and
These days, we call this a spear. Jaw in the middle.
let's hope this works. So, glaive bros, which is the... Oh, come on, items, not that. Glaive bros. Bardiche. Bedivere, which is the one with the sword. That one. Okay, 2 more. For some reason, this part is really like making my PC go absolutely nuts whenever I place one. Yep, or get close to it. Oops. Let's go back here. Let's see what we need. We need... partisan. And sword.
Come.
Partisan. I like this collection.
A true halibut. A
Nope.
partisan. A hasta.
Okay. So the last 2. Partisan for... Okay. Which is the horn. And then... before I place the sword, just in case...
elementary.
Well done, Holmes.
Oh man, my poor PC. Normally, like, it has no problem with, like, a lot of, like, modded things and stuff, but man, it's going bad.
Species are. It will be very hard to attract it and even harder to capture it. If only we could disorient it. Perhaps by pointing a beam to flash a bright light at it. Listen, stay here and prevent it from escaping while I go look.
And that's when we use the magnesium camera. Oops, wrong thing. I guess. It's the only bright flash that I can imagine would work.
This instrument will give me a strong, bright light. Watch out! Protect your eyes.
You got it, Holmes. And as a bonus, you got a nice photograph also.
Okay, that is a nice feature. You know,
What do you suggest I do with a photograph of a bat, Watson?
Give it to Sergeant Wayne. It's his camera.
It's holding a small piece of paper between its paws. The message written on
but
the
also
page
a
is
bat
illegible.
won't be disoriented too much with this, but hey. You know, I can hardly see, but the next thing would be... We haven't found the last bird, and we're still...
These bones are centuries old.
Either way, save, of course, we have found another bird. But yeah, we haven't found the last bird, and we need something blue or something for the other bird, so... Will you open the door, please? Okay. Let's look in the hints. I got that. Okay, 6 can only be found once all the other 5 have been located. So 5th Raven. We did that one. So the 1st Raven. We already did that. 2nd Raven. Shrubbery at the scaffold side. Look to catch it, you will need to find out what breed birch this is. It's in the dormitory, right book lane, shelf on the black room, on the floor by the shrubs with the tracks in the book. Bluebirds of Paradise. We need to prove 3 blue objects. Okay. 3 blue objects. So I need to actually, hold on. I need to actually first go to the tracks though. Why is my PC throttling so much? Oh my goodness. But yeah, tracks.
You hear it, Holmes?
A strange call, like a serial.
Yeah. There should be tracks somewhere. There we go.
What singular tracks the... I'd like to know which bird it is.
Does that tell you anything?
What singular tracks the... I'd
Yeah,
like to know which bird
it does.
Does that tell you anything, Holmes?
So we have the document of the birds. And yeah.
What do you think, Holmes? So, Holmes, what are we doing?
So, as the first one suggests, weapons room. We already know where that is, and we know which item it is, because I tried to pick it up and it didn't let me. It is
A
this.
box of munitions, empty.
What the devil are you up to, Holmes?
Yeah, whatever. To be fair, it's quite warm today, but my PC before wasn't overheating. It was literally having a graphics card crash, so that's not the issue. And actually the temperatures seem fine, just like a little bit. It's not the one I meant to go for. This one is. I think the storage room may be able to give us something, hopefully. Not the cook's place. Let's look in both. I mean, there is a blue book, so, you know. But yeah, nothing. Let's go to the storage room. I mean, we found something red.
wax. Nice
But,
faded
yeah.
plate.
What the devil are you up?
We need to attract the bird,
All
Watson.
of these products are stamped with the royal coat of arms.
I don't think there's anything blue around here else. So the other thing would be probably the blue sock on the bed. Which is quite gross to think about, because it's a nasty sock, but...
A dirty sock. Rather unsavory.
A sock that was left behind.
We have more important things to deal with, Watson.
Can we connect them? No. Okay, well. Back to the bird it is. Seems a bit gross, but hey.
Do you hear it, Holmes?
A strange
We
call.
do.
No, I don't have enough items to attract this bird.
Will you ever explain?
If you
Yeah.
replace the reference word,
It seems so simple, Holmes.
Yeah, we've read it. We don't need more explanation.
no, I don't have enough items.
There we go. Blue, 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 blue. Can I... Hello? Grab it?
I need something.
What about this?
The message written on this paper is illegible.
Well done, Holmes.
I wanna save before anything happens. And then can we...
What shall we do, Holmes?
Stay up, Watson, and wait. Wait for the dawn and the first signs of life from the bird.
Okay, so we managed that. And actually, luckily, we didn't lose too much time from what we did just now.
I hear a bird's call. It would appear that our prayers were answered. We must seek it quickly, Watson.
Okay, where though? Good morning, I guess. Where's the bird? I mean, the barracks are the only ones where there was a location that we didn't get a, like, reason to go to for, you know, like, was the only location over there where we could go without, like, there being anything before, so hopefully... Or maybe at the White Tower? No. Can faintly hear a bird chirping, but like
Closed.
not loud enough to make out where it is. Stick close to this, maybe. Gives me a cutscene, not at all. Come on. Okay, I mean, the only one I can imagine is where the seats were or something. That has been cleaned up though. Birdie! Oh, up there.
The bird, Holmes. There
I'm
it
so
is.
blind.
A bird, yes. But which one? We must identify it, Watson.
Well, we have one chance. Ugh, what the heck? This is awful navigation. Where is it? There it is. What the heck?
Incredible. Based on this bird book, it is a Lemergier. I have heard about them, but I have never seen one with my own eyes.
Since
Okay.
you never leave our lodgings, I'm surprised that you've even heard talk of them. Now what?
Le Mergier, Watson. If only it was Greek and had a great big turtle.
Oh, what?
A turtle, Watson. Have you never heard of Aeschylus the philosopher?
I must still be sleeping.
Achilles,
It's all a
you mean?
dream. Maybe the
Something.
whole thing has been a dream.
No, that's a
Probably
different
the
thing.
side effects of the nightmare I was having. Any moment, Mrs. Hudson will...
Watson, get a hold of yourself, man. You aren't dreaming. Our mission, England's honor.
Holmes, did I really hear you talk about a Greek, bearded vulture, a turtle, and a philosopher all in the same sentence?
Indeed, Watson. Listen carefully. Aeschylus was an ancient Greek philosopher. He had a phobia of enclosed spaces and would never
Aeschylus,
enter a
huh?
building of any kind. This was as a result of the fact that it was predicted that he would die by being crushed by a roof. Do you know how Aeschylus died, Watson? His skull was smashed by a turtle that fell from the skies.
And that is how the turtle shells
Escape
in
our
Mario were
destiny.
born.
A turtle carries its house on its back, and its shell is its roof. But where did this turtle come from, and why did it fall exactly on the head of this poor man? Some would say that it was the divine power attached to the prophecy. There is, however, a more pragmatic explanation. The Le Mergier, or bearded vulture, likes to eat the bone marrow from the cadavers of large animals. To extract
Yikes.
the marrow, it grabs the bone in its claws and flies to a great height. Then it lets go over a rocky area where the bones smash and split open, giving it a lavish feast. Some of them have been observed in Greece behaving the same way with turtles as they normally do with bones, to get at the flesh. Aeschylus was of an advanced age at the time of his death, and his bald head would have reflected light like a smooth rock. Had he been under the shelter of the house, he would
Well,
not have been hit with the turtle in the first place. I'll let you ponder the philosophical points of the matter. Coming back to our Niger, we'll need
That
some
is
bait and
interesting.
something with which to capture the beast.
Holmes, I will take care of finding a turtle. I'll return as soon as possible.
I mean, we know we want to.
I commend your industry and valor. That leaves me to find something to trap it.
However, Holmes, would you happen to have a few quid on you?
No, but you can make a detour via Baker Street. There must be at least 10 sovereigns hidden in our lodgings. Just a little memory exercise that I set up. At the boredom, you know.
It was a Greek play waiter. And it was an eagle that dropped the turtle, but it was indeed a thing. So, yeah, apparently Aeschylus, the person mentioned in the riddle just now, was a real Greek playwright, and he was indeed killed by a turtle that has been dropped on the set from an eagle, because the turtle thought his bald head was a rock. We now need to find 10 coins, courtesy of
It's
Holmes.
a coal bucket in which... A sovereign. Strange place to... This is how Holmes or... Colonel Gordon. It was during the... My eccentric companion keeps his shag tobacco... The Reichenbach Falls. The Reichenbach Falls.
An
It's a coal
awful
bucket in
memory.
which Holmes- It was in this statue that we found...
3 out of 10.
Oh, what a mess! Treaty on Cornish. The Celtic... Holmes's table... A sovereign. Perfect. Ooh.
The Adventure of the
Sherlock-
Dancing Man, yes. You can tip the scales. How funny is that?
Holmes's violin. Ha ha! A sovereign. What? This accursed...
Yep, I guess that was enough of your daily history, huh? Back to your lurk and do your lurk. No, casual.
The steel harpoon that pierced Black Peter, master of the sea unicorn.
Yeah, again, I mentioned this case yesterday, but basically Sherlock Holmes ran, like, he wanted to see how much force it takes for a person to be stabbed with a harpoon. So he went off through London, covered in pig's blood, carrying that harpoon. And of course, like, no card or something would
Makeup and accessories.
pick him up because they were all, you know, a bit, like, concerned by how he looks.
A scandal in Bohemia.
So yeah,
The oldest.
that is the harpoon of that. Answer, it needs a considerable force. It's not easy at all for a weak man to push a harpoon through a body of somebody.
Strange place to start. To think that this statue.
There seems to be nothing there. Also, why does he have a box there? How many do we have? We have 9 out of the 10. That is a bit annoying. Where could the last one be? Oh, over there.
Perfect.
Well, let's go to the turtles. And the lion. Funny enough, turtle racing, huh? Casually stepping on the pigeon. Sure, that works.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means, chap. The loser will set you back 10 sovereigns.
How much for one of these turtles?
The champion isn't within your means.
Well then. So we need turtles, and we needed something else. No, that's not what I wanted. We need... woven cloth, which I think means a net or something? Let's go back to the tower. Just a bit laggy, that's okay.
Watson, I need something big with which to catch the lammergeier. It's a rather large bird.
So how about a large net, like... the one back there.
This string is perfect. I'll get to work while I await Watson.
Oops, that's what we need the string for. Oh. How do I do this? Oh, is this one of those? End with... No, it's not an end without crossing thing, okay. But it is kind of similar. I need to start on one of the corners then. And not go straight across. Let's try to go down. It's not gonna work. Probably not these straights, because I cannot really end with them. How about I start like something like this in the middle? That's a bit annoying, but maybe we can end somehow with that. Not quite. It's not gonna help. They're pretty much even on all sides. So if I go along this corner, then I will have left some there. Ah, this is tricky. But hey, we get a riddle again. I'm quite happy with that. Let's try there. It's not gonna work except for the end here. Bit sad. Always end there, but I have a problem filling in the rest here. No. If I start there, okay, if I start here, then go down here. No, I needed to go in the middle somewhere. How did I do it last time? Not like that. This won't work. Can probably cross over, but only to one of these. This is difficult. Is there any hint? Load the cannon, huh? That's a final theft. That's not what I'm here for. We are at the net. No, a net. Top middle, huh?
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm gonna gonna do this. So there. Haven't read the rest. I just have looked where I needed to start. So I started at the right. Okay, yeah, it's very easy. You just have to find the pattern. I started at the right. Also, hi, Watson. So yeah, I haven't really like.
Ideal. I need to find somewhere to put it down, Watson.
Haven't really checked into any of that. Let's put it here.
Stand back, Watson, as we wait for our bearded friend to descend.
I hope you'll be able to catch it on...
Ginger?
Yes, the turtle.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, we wouldn't want Ginger the turtle to be injured, dropped on somebody's head or something. Also, sorry, I just clicked through the text there on accident. I guess that happens before because I did it so much before. But yeah,
This bird is apprehensive. I need something.
yeah, how about the net, which I totally accidentally didn't click on. That's
There's
okay.
our starving friend, Watson, and the last paper.
At last. I thought we'd never succeed. Now can we head back to our lodgings and sleep for part of the day? We have until this evening.
We are heading back to Baker Street, Watson, but not to sleep. We have time for a meal, and then we must make haste to the next location that we will ascertain with the help of these messages.
But I'm done for, Holmes.
As Ashyla said, I think the slain care little if they sleep or rise again. Come, Watson, make haste.
Okay, so we got all of the ravens, which that wasn't too bad, except for that one crash in the middle.
To the Tower of London lead, you'll be going without me, Holmes. Plus, this business cannot remain secret much longer. And Scotland Yard would like to take over the case again, and I would gladly give it to them.
You are correct, Watson. Even if Chief Warder Smith sent 2/3 of his men on holiday to minimize the risk of leaks, the authorities would be aware with very little delay that something was afoot in London. And they would want to take over the case, as you say. But Scotland Yard is once again facing a strong opponent and is up against a resounding failure. There is no question of my stepping down or even thinking of resting, not while England is being menaced by Arsène Lupin.
As you wish, Holmes. If only I had known that one day you would be giving me lessons in patriotism.
Oh.
Now, try to figure out the meaning of these messages.
But how, Holmes?
They are illegible, Watson, but as Lupin seems to be a magician when the mood strikes him, it may well be a conjuring trick.
Well, I will place them
Elementary.
there. With no hope of return, the six have known what to do. I hear groan. Will avenge the harm against my nation. The price steep for restitution. As history proves, the sublime emperor displayed to the whole world of splendor. He conquered the land from east to west. The treasure he unearthed all were impressed. From the center of earth they came, 1,000 years old, even 1,000 again. Was called a treaty, but it was merely a plot for you to steal what's yours to take not. The name you search for is a city, that of Catherine, a saint, very pretty. She was the model not only for Raphael, but Solario, Crivelli, and Lochner as well. England still retains its plunder, its brash displays any wonder. The treasure is mine for the taking. I will succeed or die trying. Covered in riddles, the object I am after, turned the young Frenchman into a master. You thought it was one of yours running the show, who deserved to win the prize, but no. This is our man, not yours, Mr. Young, to whom we say, you're a champ, a lion. So Alexandria, because Alexander was the one that conquered. He conquered the land from east to west. Wasn't that Alexander the Great? And yeah, I think he uncovered like a lot of valuable ores and things like that. And I think Catherine the Sane had to do something with Alexander as well. Something Alexander.
Incomprehensible yet again.
Nay, Watson. This letter talks of painting, amongst other things, and I bet Lupin wants to gain some time by having us strolling around London. But this time, I anticipate arriving at the site of the next theft before he does. Watson, you're spent. You must rest this morning, and I'll take care of this alone. I'll come back to collect you around 11 o'clock. I must find something that resembles the description given in the poem.
But that will be tomorrow, because today, I wanted to finish this. I guess we would have probably finished on time, but I think like one riddle a day is pretty good. Maybe two if we can manage. But yeah, I'm pretty happy where we ended up with. Again, I have to close the games or it crashes my PC at some point if I try to do anything else. Very unfortunate, very annoying, but it is how it is. And you know, I think like I'm really happy how much I could catch up again with everything after the crash. Like managed to get around to things pretty quickly. I love that. Oh, Madame Juniper's actually playing a game. So, oh, let's rate them. They're gaming. They're playing Gang Beats. That is very exciting. Apparently one of the friends has their birthday. So, let's rate them. Madame Juniper, for those of you who don't know, they're fiber artists. And usually they knit or cross-stitch or something like that. Like, they very rarely play games, like very rarely, and so it's like more for like puzzle type games, very common ones. I've never expected them to play Gang Beats, so yeah, let's rate them. Looks very chaotic, very fun. I'm very tired, so I'm likely gonna just sit back, get a snack, and just like, you know, relax for the rest of my evening. Tomorrow's gonna be a very busy day, so yeah. But yeah, I shall be back tomorrow and we're gonna find out. I bet it's something to do with Alexander the Great. Actually, let me Google Saint Catherine real quick while we wait for the raid to start. Catherine not there. Thank you. Autocorrect sometimes. It helps a great lot for typing, but it also sometimes makes things different. Catherine the Saint. So, Katharina from Alexandria, also Katharina the Saint, is one of the most known saintess. She belongs to the so-named Virgin's Capitals, so the four large holy maidens. And apparently she lived in Alexandria, so I think Alexander the Great may be the right thing, but we shall figure it all out tomorrow. So hope you all have a great one. Bye bye.